Well, initial impressions of your first couple days here.
It's been good so far. Easy transition. Guys have been great, accepted me, the new guy. Picking up the offense and, just building day to day during camp.
Everybody kind of wants to be the guy. Everybody can't be the guy. What's it been like? I know you're only a couple days in here, but what's kind of general impressions of how this thing has gone the first couple of days of competition?
It's gone well. You just got to take it day by day and not worry about what other people are doing. Focus on only what you can control. That's kind of the big thing in this situation, and just getting better as a unit, every day, and working on moving the chains.
There's sort of a perception that this job is there for the taking. It's kind of yours to lose. Do you look at it that way?
Like I said, I'm not going to worry about what's going on around me other than, my teammates, but I'm just trying to focus on getting better every day and moving the chains.
But you didn't come here to sit on the bench, I mean.
Well, no, of course not. But, like I said, whatever happens, happens. I'm going to do my part to help this team out, and whatever way that is, I'm good with it.
How's the transition to Blacksburg been?
It's been great. Guys been great. Do a lot of fishing on the weekends with the guys, hanging out. And like I said earlier, it's been nice. They've kind of just really accepted me and brought me in. I know it's not easy having a new guy just come in and be in your locker room, so it's been good.
A little different terrain than Texas.
A little bit different terrain, especially West Texas, where I was before. It's pretty flat out there, so it's a little bit different.
Do you have to ease back on the fishing now that training camp has started, or can you still
I don't think I'll be fishing any this month, which is pretty disappointing. But came here for football, so that's the main focus.
Football-wise, how different is this offense? I mean, you were in that sort of quick strike, get rid of the ball.
Right, yeah.
How similar or different is what you're doing here?
The way I look at it, football's football. Of course, there's going to be different verbiage, different coaching points, but there's only so many places people can go on the field. So chances are, I've run the play, the pass concept, whatever. So it's easy to adapt to it because I've been doing this for 3.5 years, so there's not a whole lot I haven't seen.
As an older guy, do you pick up offenses and learn things faster? That your teammates seem to feel like you've kind of learned things quickly here.
I feel like I've made pretty good progression with it. It's definitely a process. Anytime you're learning a new system, it's going to take a while. But, like I said, being able to have those really short meetings in the summer with Coach Leffler, and then, him emphasizing what I need to focus on and study up on, and then going out there and throwing with receivers on our own, building some timing up, and then getting out here, it's made practice go a lot more smooth. And it takes a lot of pressure off me because now I don't have to worry about, do I have timing with this guy or not, because we've done all that in the summer. Now it's time to, execute the playbook and make first downs.
Obviously, at some point late last season, end of the season, you started to look for a new place to go. When did Virginia Tech sort of come onto your radar, and how did that kind of happen?
I don't remember exactly when, but it couldn't have been more than a couple days after I announced that I was leaving.
And you got in touch, or just Leffler got in touch with you, or what happened?
Coach Morris over at Clemson, offense coordinator, was my head coach in high school.
Right.
And close family friends with him, but apparently him and Shane Beamer were down at the, Senior Bowl, and they got to talking, and then pretty shortly after that, Coach Leffler contacted me. So then we just started building a relationship, and kind of like high school again, going through the whole recruiting process, and obviously really liked what I heard, and when I came up here, what I saw, and excited to be a Hokie.
Scott's a pretty intense dude. What's it like being coached by him?
He's intense. It's great. He pushes us to be, as good as we can possibly be each day, and that's important. The quarterback position is a position that, everybody's going to be looking at, especially in camp here when the days start to get long and everybody starts to get tired. And him being on our back, pushing us to do all the little things right, shows the other guys that, hey, we need to follow them and do what they're doing too.
You met him in the summer. Is he more intense now, or does he take that up a notch now that he's actually out there on the field and doing stuff?
Definitely, yeah. Now that practice has started, it's a whole different ball game. He's in his element now.
You said you've seen a little bit of everything. Can some of those experiences at Texas Tech, having had to compete for a job before, can that kind of help you in this situation?
Absolutely. Like I said, the whole there's not a whole lot that I haven't seen. I'm talking on and off the field, everything around the game of football. I feel like, whatever the situation is, I don't have all the answers, but I've got some experience with it and know how to handle it.
Now that practice has started, what's the most difficult thing? You said there's only so many places guys can go.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you're actually running plays, what's the most difficult thing?
Most difficult thing so far has been all the little things that that I didn't do necessarily in the air raid spread offense, like some of the under center making checks at the line, stuff like that. And they're bringing it along slow for me, which has been nice, and I feel like I'm making some good progress on that and really just picking it up.
When was the last time you took a snap under center?
I guess that would have been against Kansas last year, and the last play of the game, victory formation, we nailed it. And that was probably the only play I've ever taken under center.
How's that transition going?
It's been good. It's football. You did it when you were a little kid. It's you can pick up on it fast. It's nothing earth shattering.
Wyatt said that Coach actually works with the quarterbacks on having your cadence sound similar,
right,
so it doesn't change for them.
Right.
How do you do that? How do you sound like each other?
It's kind of like I was talking about Coach Leffler focusing on the little things. Something like that doesn't seem like a big deal, but you get out there and one quarterback has a different rhythm to his cadence than the other, it really messes up the offensive line, and they're off rhythm, and they can't get off the ball as quickly as they can. So, just practicing out there. Really, we did a lot of it in the summer, on our own, and also when we're out here at practice, just working on sounding the same and having the same rhythm to everything. It helps the offensive line. That
offensive line is unsettled too. Is it a concern that there's a competition at quarterback? There's unsettled up front. And when do you guys need to get together for chemistry reasons?
Well, here's the deal with competition. It's going to make everybody in the room better, which is ultimately going to make the team better. Whether it's offensive line, quarterback, receiver, defense, it doesn't matter. We've got guys that have played before. We've got guys that are inexperienced. Some of the older guys are going to have to bring some of the younger guys along, but that's college football. Young guys have got to step up and make plays. So that's just kind of the emphasis. Older guys lead the way, and young guys follow. And if you're a freshman, don't be a freshman.
But it's not baseball. I mean, you don't want to show up in the locker room before William & Mary and find out the lineup then, right? I mean,
right. No. I would assume here in about a week or so we'll have a pretty good idea of what it's going to be. But if not, we'll wait and see. But like I said, the competition is going to make everybody better. It always does. And if it means a lot to you, it'll definitely make you a lot better because it'll push you to work harder every day. So, if we can get a bunch of guys on the team doing that, it's going to make us a lot better.
Is there a time that any of you guys are hoping to know who the starter is, just so they've got enough time to prepare for the season as the guy?
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to have the title and being able to mentally hone in on yourself being the guy and preparing for the game. But at the same time, that we're preparing right now. Every day of practice, we're working on, technique, plays, going against the defense, making checks. So we're preparing right now. So, as soon as somebody gets named and, people on the offensive line get named and a receiver, we'll start to focus more in on game plan stuff. But we're moving in the right direction right now.
You still tight with Chad Morris?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Surprised at all that he sends you to a conference rival, or since you're not on the schedule, it's okay?
There were certain things that took place, but he thought this was a good opportunity for me, and really grateful for him helping me out on that, and excited about the future.
Any thoughts about joining him there, or was there an opportunity for that? Or
there was some opportunity and some thought. This was just a really good opportunity, and really thought that Coach Leffler and I clicked well, and really liked the program, liked Blacksburg, everything about it. It was hard to pass up.
When you were playing for Chad in high school and beating Johnny Manziel in the playoffs and all that kind of stuff,
yeah.
Could you have ever imagined that 3 or 4 years down the road that you'd be in the ACC or in Virginia at some point? I mean, it probably seems like a out-of-body experience in a way, just because you probably thought you'd be a Texas guy for life at that point.
Yeah, it was. Looking back, there's no way that I thought that I'd be here right now. But I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, everything that I've been through in the past, all the injuries and the transfer and stuff like that, I feel like it's developed me into a better player, better person, better leader. And, you know, I'm really excited about what the future holds for this football team.